All right, I haven't done one of these in a really long time. This is going to be a Q&A video. But before we get into it, have you guys heard? There was a slam and drop about a week and a half ago. If you want to be cool and you want your friends to like you at school, or your coworkers to think you're cooler than them, or wiser than them, or smarter than them, or that you just got more shit going on than them, buy Slammin'. Link in description. High quality stuff for your high quality brain. There's some cool, nice hoodies like this here. We did a long sleeve with a cool and righteous back print. We also did some beanies for your cold little heads. So put those on and stay warm out there this winter holiday season. Merry Christmas. Buy your mom a thing, buy your cousin a thing, and buy your whole family some Slammin' gear, because you'll walk into the mall and everyone will just be like, whoa, they're wearing Slammin'. They must be the coolest family ever of all time. In any case, I did one of those little Instagram story ask me something post things, and I screenshotted all of them, and I'm gonna pick the best questions and I'm gonna answer them here. Hence Q&A, question and answer. 2 + 2 is 4. Do I need to break it down any simpler? I don't think so. My long lost friend Dean from Michigan asks, heard you like them big. Is it true? Next question. Josh Anoya on Instagram asks, next video part. I do want to film another video part before I die, because I've filmed 2 video parts in the past and they weren't very good. I've never actually went all out and put all of my efforts into a video part. Like what it actually takes to make a good video part, I've never done that. And I would really like to do that. Hopefully 2019. Something that I'm gonna be proud of. I'm a very harsh critic on myself, so who knows? I'd like to go all out. Corey asks, do your pinists prefer bobs or vagina? Please respond. Next question. I'm seeing a number of these. Why did I start skateboarding? What made me want to start skateboarding, etc. I was a teenager in that whole phase of when Hot Topic was blowing up, PacSun was blowing up. This was before Zoomies. Small skate shoes were a thing, like big puffy shoes to skate in. They were so obnoxious, but now they're coming back into style. All of my friends were getting into skating, so I figured I would also get into skating. And then I discovered what skating was and what skating was about, and I fell in love with it. I fell in love with the culture of skating, I think first, and then fell in love with actually skating. And also Jackass and CKY and Bam Margera were really popular at that time, and we used to always recreate all the stunts like they told you not to do. Skateboarding didn't become special to me until I was already immersed in it, and then like one day I just realized like what it actually was, and I'm like, this is the best thing ever. Why don't you have a podcast? Can you all? What does your hat smell like? What's your hardest sack? I was trying to nose grind this curved rail in LA at some church, and it's kinked at the bottom, and I fucking sacked it. I sacked the kink. It was the worst shit ever. I had just started dating some girl. My balls were literally blue. Having sex was like super weird and painful, and it sucked. They were fucking huge. Okay, this is a good one because I have a lot to say on this here subject. What were the struggles when you first moved to California to take up skating as a living? Okay, now when I first moved to California, it was kind of like my last ditch effort at trying to make anything at all happen with skateboarding. And I didn't really go for it like most people do when they get here. They go all out, like what John did. When John Hill moved here, he like dove right in and went full speed for it. I didn't really do that because I think I was just like kind of scared and didn't really want to sleep on people's couches. I got like 2 jobs right when I moved here. That was the scariest thing moving here. Is like moving here without a job, which that's what I did. And then the first week I was here, I literally got a job. Like when I set my mind to something, I go all in until it is achieved. And I went out looking for a job every single hour of every single day. But fear is like a big factor, and I think holding a lot of people back from doing things like this because they're like, oh, well, what if I don't do this? What if I don't do that? What if? Yeah, what if? But worst case scenario, what? You go back home? It's not that bad of a scenario. You just go back home to where you started. Move back in with your parents. It's not that big of a deal. Could be way worse. How do I anus? He asked that twice. Why do my nipples touch my toes? When's the next episode of Trend Watch coming out? That's a good question. You guys tell me. Do we want trend watch? Let me know. Should I do one with Claire next week? Thoughts on rim jobs? They're sick. Why do you criticize your tricks? You are a good skater. Well, for one, thank you. I appreciate that. But because I'm just never satisfied with anything I do. I want to be the best that I can be, and I don't feel like I am the best that I can be. And I probably never will feel like that. I'll probably constantly, always, perpetually be unsatisfied with my skating, which can be a good thing because then I'll always strive to be better. Did you fail No Nut November? Of course I did. Slammin' is not a cool name. Your Instagram name is Dead Skater with an 8. Why do good girls like bad guys? Well, if you want to really dive into it and we want to get really metaphysical, people always want what they can't have. Girls always want what they can't have. If a guy is over there being a bad guy and she's over here being a good girl and she can't have them because maybe she lives in a household that's like really nice and really sheltered and she has to go to Sunday school and everything else is kind of like the unknown and forbidden and taboo, that's gonna naturally make her more attracted to what she cannot have. Therefore, the grass always being greener on the other side. And it goes both ways. Why do good guys like bad girls? It's just the way it is. You want what you can't have. But you get to an age in your life where you become mature and you realize you don't want the crazy person anyway because they're crazy and they'll ruin your life. But I can't tell you that. You gotta experience that for yourself. You're not gonna listen to me anyways. Have you ever vaped mayonnaise or ketchup? How much ass do you eat per hour? Well, I have one girlfriend who has one ass, so that would be 1 ass per hour is the most that I could physically consume. What would you be doing if you didn't start skating? That's a really good question. I have no idea because I'm skating. Could have led to a number of things. Hopefully not football. If vagina is cat, then does that mean penis is dog? What in the hell are these questions? Cannibalism will solve both world hunger and overpopulation. Now we know to be on the lookout for that guy. Can I shit into your mouth? No. What's your opinion on posers? Put them all on an island without food or water. Okay, can we please just like talk about this for a second? Okay, nobody over the age of 12 even thinks about posers or even says the word poser unless they're maybe reading it in a YouTube comment from a 12-year-old. All those videos that I used to make about posers are very obviously jokes, and I will still get comments on them. What if Zoomies is the only skate shop in my hometown? Am I still a poser then? You've got to be fucking kidding me. Maybe I'm just not that good at like being sarcastic. You guys, the poser topic, it's dead. And here I am making a video about it. Nobody cares. The only people that care about that are between the grades of 6 and 8. And that only happens at the lunchroom because they're insecure 8th graders. If music becomes a musical, what does a test become? Would you ever quit YouTube to do slammin' full time? Quit YouTube in the sense of making like really YouTube-y-esque videos? Yeah, I would. It would be awesome if I could get to a place and if I could build slammin' to a place where it was like the main focus and then just upload pure good skating to my channel. That's the place that I actually want to get to, but it's hard to get there when my channel was kind of built off of vlogging. So I have a lot of people who watch because they want to see that aspect of my life. And I don't think I'll ever be like less personal or anything. Yeah, without having to do all of the like gimmicky YouTube stuff. That is fun, don't get me wrong, like that stuff is fun, especially if you're gonna like make satire out of it or make it into like a humorous edit or skit or something. It's really fun, but I'm gonna be honest, a lot of the titles that you see and a lot of the stuff that you see on here is stuff that I really don't care about. I'm definitely a contributor to some of those videos as well and embarrassed about some of the older videos that I have made, but that's just life, you live, you learn. Do you have riders / a team for slammin'? If so, who are they? So 2 right now, Dylan and Brody, and then we're gonna be hopefully adding some more. I've got big news coming around February, March that I haven't really spoke about yet, just because I don't know how 100% concrete it is, I'll let you guys know. There's definitely big things I want to do. It's just all about like having the stars align at the proper time. Can I eat your ass? 1, I don't know you. 2, I don't know how old you are. 3, I have a girlfriend who you would have to ask if that's okay with. Favorite bands at the moment. So I listen to a lot of old nostalgic early 2000s and mid 2000s like emo and pop punk just because that's when I was a teenager. That's what I was listening to. So it's all very nostalgic for me. Favorite band at the moment though is a band that I literally just discovered today. And I think it's safe to say that they're probably gonna be one of my favorite bands ever. And it's this band called Sect with members of Earth Crisis and Fall Out Boy. God, they're amazing. They dropped an album in 2017. Where was I? I was busy making versus videos of soft wheels versus hard wheels. This is a good one. This is like 3 questions in one, but favorite all-time board company still running or out of business / favorite full-length video. So I think Baker might have to be my favorite board company. Again, just because when I was growing up skating, that was like the dominant board brand of the time. And favorite full-length, Jackson Casey's Boyish video. If you guys have not seen it, it is a Pyramid Country video. Before Pyramid Country was even Pyramid Country. It is one of the best videos ever. Minefield's really good. There's so many videos that are great that I just can't even think of right now, but Boyish is like top 3 for sure. Your designs and photos are so dope. Who / what influences you the most artistically? Well, I work with a designer, so I kind of throw him a concept and then he mocks it up and makes it, and we kind of collaborate together. So it's not just all of my artistic mind. That felt like the weirdest thing to say, the most arrogant thing ever. But it's also his, and without him, I wouldn't be able to do what I do. But I think it all just comes from like a darker influence, hardcore gothy, honestly, kind of influence, because that's how I was when I was a teenager, and I still listen to hardcore this day. Bet you won't reply to this. You're right, I didn't. Ha! Do you think it's weird when older skaters don't want to let go of youth? Okay, so I'm assuming this question means like older skaters who won't let go of like their golden era of skating. And yeah, I do think it's a little weird. I have like a huge fear of being that, and I don't ever want to be that like old bitter guy. And here I am hating on laser flips. But I think most of us can agree that those are just ugly in general. Anyway, yes, I think it's weird. And maybe not so much weird, but just kind of like maybe sad and annoying, because they just refuse to like see what's happening in front of them and just disregard it as like what's actually going on. Because it's like the same shit with like the SoundCloud and sad rap stuff. That is this generation's like emo and rock music and punk music. That's what that is. The same way that our parents didn't like the stuff that I grew up listening to. It's the same shit. Are you still vegan? I eat a plant-based diet. I don't like to say that I am vegan because veganism is a lifestyle, not just a diet. How big is your dick? All right, that's gonna wrap up the questions. Also, like this video, please, for the love of God. Like this video. Slammin', link in description. Go buy some for your mom, your dog, your brother, your sister, your cat, your uncle, your cousin.